For centuries, humanity has whispered of extraordinary abilities, visions of the future, unseen energies, and the power to reach beyond the limits of the mind. Science tells us that we exist within a framework of logic and empirical evidence, and yet, throughout history, remarkable individuals have demonstrated abilities that defy explanation. Are psychic powers real? Or is there something we have yet to understand, something science has only scratched the surface of? And if you already knew I was going to ask that question, well, maybe you're psychic. From the oracles of ancient Greece to the shamans of indigenous tribes, stories of supernatural perception have woven themselves into the fabric of human civilization. In Delphi, the Pythia channeled visions that shaped empires. In the Far East, monks meditated into altered states, revealing secrets hidden from the ordinary mind. Skeptics argue these accounts are mere legend, but modern experiments suggest otherwise. Throughout history, astrology and the study of zodiac signs have also played a role in humanity's quests to understand the unseen forces shaping our lives. From the alignment of planets influencing destinies to horoscopes eerily predicting personal events, many believe the cosmos itself holds a hidden language. Could it be that celestial bodies exert a psychic influence we are only beginning to comprehend? Or are these patterns part of a grander system we have yet to decode? Either way, if Mercury retrograde is ruining your week, now you know who to blame. And then, there's the art of tarot. For centuries, tarot readings have been a tool for glimpsing into the unknown, not as mere fortune-telling, but as a way to access subconscious truths. Many who practice tarot claim that the cards don't predict the future so much as they reveal the hidden currents guiding our lives. If that's true, then where does this insight come from? Intuition, energy fields, or something else entirely? And if tarot cards are fake, why do they always seem to call out our deepest insecurities with alarming accuracy? Perhaps these unseen forces shape more than just our minds. They influence the very world we interact with. And while we may not yet fully unlock the secrets of the universe, there are ways to explore and expand our understanding. If you're intrigued by these mysteries, check out the affiliate links in the description. Hand-selected items that align with this journey into the unknown. Whether it's a book on ESP research, tarot cards, or a journal to track your own premonitions, each purchase helps support this channel and allows us to continue unraveling the enigmas of our reality. Besides, who wouldn't want a book on psychic powers? Worst case scenario, you can use it as a conversation starter at parties. Best case, you learn how to levitate. In the heat of the Cold War, both the United States and the Soviet Union took psychic phenomena very seriously. Declassified documents reveal a chilling reality. Governments invested millions into research on remote viewing, a phenomenon where subjects claim to see distant locations without ever leaving their rooms. Project Stargate, led by the U.S. military, enlisted individuals to spy on enemy installations using only their minds. And shockingly, many of these reports were accurate, if even a fraction of these experiments produced real results. What does that say about the true capabilities of the human mind? And more importantly, does that mean we should all be wearing tinfoil hats? Skeptics demand proof, and for decades, scientists have sought to either validate or debunk these claims. Dr. J.B. Rhine at Duke University pioneered the study of extrasensory perception, or ESP, running thousands of trials with subjects identifying hidden symbols through mere thought, while critics pointed to statistical anomalies. The results repeatedly defied chance. Then came Dr. Rupert Sheldrake, who explored the phenomenon of knowing when someone is staring at you. His controlled experiments suggested that the human mind can detect unseen attention, an ability that evolutionarily would make sense for survival. If the mind can perceive an unseen gaze, what else might it be capable of? And more importantly, why does this always seem to happen when you're doing something embarrassing? Beyond reading thoughts, some claim the mind itself can influence reality. Psychokinesis, or the ability to manipulate objects through sheer will, has been observed in lab settings. Soviet psychic Nina Kulagina allegedly moved objects with mental force alone, an ability witnessed by physicists and military scientists. Some dismissed it as sleight of hand, yet no conclusive explanation has ever been given. The Princeton Engineering Anomalies Research, or PEAR, laboratory conducted experiments on mind-machine interaction for nearly 30 years. Their findings: subjects could, however, slightly alter the behavior of random number generators, suggesting that human intention may subtly shape the physical world. If consciousness alone can influence technology, does that mean we can will our phones to stop auto-correcting psychic to psycho? If ESP and psychokinesis are possible, what about precognition, the ability to foresee events before they occur? Astonishingly, studies show subtle but significant evidence. Researcher Dr. Daryl conducted a controversial study where participants reacted to images before they were shown, a result that statistically should not happen. His findings, published in peer-reviewed journals, suggest that time itself may not be as linear as we assume. And let's not forget the countless anecdotes: dreams predicting disasters, visions warning of danger, inexplicable feelings that lead people to safety. Are these just coincidences, or is the human mind far more powerful than we understand? And if time isn't linear, does that explain why we suddenly remember an embarrassing moment from 10 years ago at 3 a.m.? Perhaps the real question isn't whether psychic powers exist, but whether we are ready to accept them. Are we willing to explore beyond the boundaries of what we consider possible? To open our minds to a world where thought shapes reality, where perception extends beyond the five senses, where the human mind is more powerful than we've ever imagined. Because if history, science, and countless testimonies hold any truth, then the answer is already within us. And if you're still watching, maybe it's a sign. Or maybe you just got lost in the mystery. Either way, the universe and YouTube's algorithm seems to think you should subscribe. Coincidence? I think not.